Hey cuties, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to be showing the people that might be struggling trying to clear dimensions by themselves. They're always looking for carries or something like that, or just people who want to get a better understanding of how bosses work. So I'm gonna go through every nightmare variant of every boss, like every boss fight, and try to give the best detail I can on how like the attack patterns work, how to dodge them and whatnot or whatever. And I'm gonna like try to explain what you can do to like get better at like movement or whatever, like movement, dodging, and all that. So I'm gonna grab. I recommend like for most people to grab out of Yu-Gi-Oh with Genos first, but I think probably right now most people has Genos. So I'm gonna run Genos with just I don't know, just a Gojo and a Rimuru, just to have it for now. But so the first boss we're gonna tackle is the Titan Dimension Nightmare boss. This one is like the easier of the bunch. It's not really gonna be that many people who actually needs help with this, or at least not that many people that don't know how to dodge it. It's like three simple attacks. So I just gotta run through this real fast. Like he does the normal arm attack, then he does the explosion, then he does the arm attack again, and then he does the what's it called, the steam attack, and then it's just a repeat from there. But there's for I guess if there's anybody who's like level like one who's trying to like start the game for the first time, or maybe they're like level 11 or something like that. They don't play that often. I don't know. There's like a certain spot you can go here, and you can pretty much just like dodge almost everything. I should have probably grabbed Yu-Gi-Oh for the whatchamacallit, for the movement, but it's fine. But yeah, after this first attack right here, you just gotta dodge it, and then you can move to this spot right here. Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot. I wasn't supposed to attack. I'm so used to it. Alright, we'll rerun that. Alright, here we go. We're back at the boss right now. So what I was trying to explain, without attacking, you want to like dodge his first arm attack, which is usually pretty easy, and then you come to this side right here. He's going to do the big explosion, and if you start attacking his arm right here and using the abilities, you probably be using Ichiko, which I recommend. Like you just attack that arm, and then you move right back to the middle, because most likely a spot in the middle is gonna be open. And then right after he does the arm attack, you want to get back to like right here, so you'll be able to dodge that. Then it's like a little pause. You can start attacking and get some more damage in, and then he does the same exact thing. So get right here after that first arm attack, dodge it, get to the middle, because most likely there'll be an open space. Just move a little bit to the left, and then get back right here and keep attacking. It's pretty simple. It's like literally the easiest boss, because it is like level 11 boss. But yeah, now it's time to move on to Demon Dimension. I probably should have showed the first mini boss too, but that one really isn't hard. It just attacks in two different directions. Just go in front of it. Once he attacks, go behind, walk behind it, and it's pretty easy. But this one, now we're on to Demon Dimension Hardcore. So for um, this one is also fairly easy. And the final boss technically only still has two attacks. One attack he just gets like a speed buff or something like that. I just missed both of those. It's really not that bad. I'll explain it more here in a second once I get there. Oh, I got all of them back there, sick. And his first boss, he also only has really like two attacks. The only thing they changed from easy to hard is that his first attack has like 3 lines instead of 1. So what you can do, if you get close enough real fast, you can just go behind him, but just do this, and then get some hits in here, use your abilities, and then just get right here. If you got a long range character like Genos, you can just keep attacking with your abilities, get right here. So his attacks, get behind him, keep attacking, blah 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 blah. and then he just keeps doing the same thing. You just keep doing the same thing until he's dead. It's pretty simple. Nothing really gets too challenging for people until you get to My Hero. My Hero one is one I heard a lot of people complain on. Because they complain that the first boss attacked too fast, yada yada. But we'll get there. And then him. He does this attack 3 times. You can just literally just run straight and dodge it. And then he does the normal, like, compass. This thing. The only thing you gotta really worry about is when you get him to, like, I think it's like 70% health and then 30% health, he, like, charges up. I wonder if I'll be able to, like, not kill him. Yeah, you get him to, like, 70% health, he does that. And then I don't think he attacks faster, but I think he does more damage this way. And then it's pretty much just the same 2 attacks until you get him to... Oh, I killed him. Well, until you get him to, like, about 30% health or something like that, he does the same exact thing. He gets buffed again. It's also pretty easy. Like I said, just dodge it. Just dodge it how I showed you, and you'll be fine. Like just running the straight, just keep running around him when he does that first singular attack, and then the compass one, you just gotta like kind of stand there and dodge. It's really not that bad either. And now Curse Dimension. This is where things start getting interesting. Is it Nightmare? There we go. Curse Dimension Nightmare. The mini boss. You really can't, this dungeon is really, it's all about RNG technically. There's really no way. Well, for the final boss at least, there's really no way to properly dodge it all, unless you have like. I recommend for this dungeon running like Bakugo or something. Bakugo, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh could work. Something with an extra dash. Because that way, if you use your dash, you have a way of getting out of the boss's big circles. But for now, let's just focus on this one, I guess. He does this attack first, and then he comes directly at you, so you can just run to the side. Come here, get some attacks in, wait for this, and then run to the side. Like he does both of those at the same time, so you pretty much just gotta move in between these lines, and then make sure you're like also running like to the side or something, so you can dodge that one attack when he decides to do it. And then once you get him to about 70%, does the first set of hands. If you're good enough at dodging, you can just keep running straight, get some attacks in while you're around, and then make sure you watch out for these lines as well. They come at about the beginning and the end of it, depending on when you like start the phase. Then get him down to 30%. You just keep doing the same thing, business as usual. Get him down to 30%ish, and then he does it again. Pretty much the same thing. Make sure you like constantly run it to the side, watching out for these lines. At the end of it, you're gonna do another line right here with the first attack. Oh well, he spawns in. Yeah, he does two attacks and then he spawns stuff in. So try to keep track of that in your head as well. He does this attack twice and then he starts spawning mobs in. But yeah, it's just business as usual from there on. But I don't think anybody necessarily struggled with any of these dimensions anyway, so I don't feel like I don't really have to go into like too much explanation on it. I just can't believe I missed that right there. And just drop a rim right here. Alright, so he starts off by shooting the sun into there. There it is. And then he does the normal tic-tac-toe attack. You just gotta try to find the spot. Get some hits in here, it's a little pause, and then you can just keep running up to the side. If you want to take as less damage as possible, try to stay on the side where the fire is in that. He does another pattern, like another tic-tac-toe, and watch out for those. The first one, this one comes right after this. Like right after the little little straight attacks. It comes right after. Like I think the circles are a repeat. I think the circles like repeat the same pattern. I'm trying to figure that out. He does the first circle on the first tic-tac-toe. The second one, right after he does, right after he does the lines, and then the third, I don't know. You just have to keep track of it. Just keep track of the circles. The first like 3 circles don't really matter. You just gotta worry about the first 3 of them. The first 3 circles. The first one comes as soon as he does tic-tac-toe. The second one comes a little bit after he does the a little bit after he does this, and the third one comes directly after he does this. So it's pretty easy from there. But then once you get him to half HP, this is where the boss kind of gets just annoying. This is really all about RNG. I recommend trying to stay close to the boss anyway, so you can try to get him as low as possible. And then once you see the circles, you might have to take a hit or two, depending on how much HP you have, just because the RNG, like where the circles spawn. And then it's just normal dodging from there. Like I said, the boss is really not that bad until you get to the halfway point. And then you gotta hope you have good RNG. Okay, if you get like 5 circles spawning on you, it's like no way to dodge at all. Because sometimes even with like Ryuko's leap or Bakugo's dash or something like that, you'll still get caught in it. I don't know, it's annoying. Alright, Nightmare Villain Dimension. The dimension that Genos excelled on. So for the mini boss, he starts off. It's like a kind of long pause when you get there, and then he starts off by dropping these 2 rocks on you, I'm pretty sure, and then he does that first quick attack that everybody complains about and complains that it's too fast when it's really not. There's an easy way to just get around that. Like once you're already here, you do damage. Watch out for the rocks. They didn't hit me, and you stand right here. Dash. Just get out the way. I don't know why people complain about it. It's really not that bad. That was just an unfortunate spot. The rock spawned in right there. I couldn't really dodge. But for that crazy pattern attack, you just gotta kind of hurry up and dash to a spot that's open. Then he does the fast one again, and then he spawns in these mobs who really aren't that bad, and then it's just a repeat. And you just gotta keep watching out for the rocks as you go. Like it's really not a bad boss to fight. Like I said, I don't get why people said he was too fast. Like you just dash. You just in front of him and then you dash behind him. It's really easy. But yeah, on to the next one. Oh, alright. It's really easy. Oh, come on, man. Oh, mustard. Let's go ahead and drop a memory right here. Come on, spawn in. Don't got all day. Alright, so dodging the patterns on these bosses, they really kind of stay. Oh, actually, I'll explain that after this one. Like he does that first, and then he does the normal. This characters with iframes are really good here because it's pretty much just about staying in between the lines, and then once you get to a spot you can't dodge, you just do that. It's like he does the normal 2 attacks. Like he does this twice with the circles in between. You just gotta dodge those, and then he does this after the first 2, and then he does that. No, I want to go through the whole pattern again so I can explain it better. All right, so it resets after that. He does this twice right here, and then after the second time, when he gets up, he does it again, and then he does these little circles, and then after the circles go, he does the big one. You gotta try to dodge those first circles so you can dodge the big one, because the big one is unavoidable unless you have a dash. And then he does these 2 again, and then this 3 after he stands up, and then he does the normal. He does the 2 circles, and then all like 10 circles just spawn in once. It's best to use your iframe right here, and try to dash out of the extra circle, and then it just repeats from there. But as I was saying, the bosses are pretty consistent with their attack patterns until you get to SAO. Like SAO and the raid boss are like pretty unpredictable. You never know what they're gonna do. Because the first boss in the SEO, he has two different opening attacks. Well, not opening, but like attacks after the opening. And he can do either one. I'm gonna switch to Yu-Gi-Oh for this one though. So for the first attack on the... Oh wait, there is no nightmare yet. So I can't... But I'll just explain how to do easy though. I forgot there's no nightmare for this one. But for the first attack, he does like what the Villain Dimension Nightmare boss does. He does like the two lines. Like first. And for the most part, they're always like in the same direction. So it's you can pretty much just stay in the same exact spot. And it's dodge both of them. But it's it's after he does the opening that gets tricky, because he can either do the easy one that like shoots 3 lines at you, or he can do like the mini Sukuna version, which like is really RNG. Is strictly just RNG, because you never know where the circles are going to spawn at. There's really no exact spawn point. So that's why you just gotta hope that you get like the first attack with the 3 lines. If not, you pretty much just gotta move around, because the circles are a little buggy to where some of them will not hit you anyway. So as long as you're just moving around trying your best to dodge them, you probably won't die. So let's go here. He does like the first 2 lines, like I said, they're usually in the same direction. See, they were in the same exact direction. See, this is the one I'm talking about. You kind of just gotta move around. See how it's not really hitting me? But then again, I got good RNG right there. They both just spawned in the same spot. Then he does the lines again, and then he either does the same attack, or you could do the other one. Like I said, it's just... This whole boss is RNG. You never know what attack you're gonna get. He did this 3 times straight now. I'm trying to show you the line attack, because the line attack is what you want. The line attack gives you the most damage off rip. Alright, 4 times. We're going for 4 times straight. Okay, Reaper. Can I showcase your other ability, please? No, I guess not. 5 times? We're going for 5. Do we go for 6? Do we go for 6 here? Can I show? Alright, this one. This one is easy. You just go in front, go behind, and you can just dodge. That's what I was trying to show you. He usually doesn't do the lines the first couple times, but because the fight's been on for so long already, he will do the lines during the actual attacks now. But like, whenever you get that line attack, you pretty much just go in front of him, attack, go behind, attack, and you just gotta, it's easy. It's easy to dodge. And if you get that first attack, with either attack, you can probably do enough damage and kill it before it even gets to the point where he's attacking and doing the lines at the same time. So I wouldn't really worry about that too much. This final boss is also pretty unpredictable. Because the way I do it is, there's one attack that he does that does whatchamacallit. There's one attack that he does that does like 6,000 damage, and there's another one that does like 3,000. And the way I do it with Gojo is that I dodge the... Actually no, the way I started doing it is that I will take the 3,000. Actually, I would dodge like the 3,000 hits, like the one he does like that flower pattern. I did not mean to use Gojo right there. The one where he does like that flower pattern, and it's like a whole bunch of lines just kind of nowhere. It's kind of hard to dodge. I kind of just start at first I took those and then dodged like the fat lines that do 6,000. But I started dodging the 3,000 ones like by using my ults, and then taking the 6,000 hit ones, because those ones after they hit is like immediate. It's like immediate spawn. Once he like shows the lines, it attacks immediately, and then it's like a little pause after that, so you got time to like M1 and do damage. So it's just RNG what you get first. He starts off with this big like summon. I'm just gonna call it a summon. And then he does another summon, and he either does the big fat lines that he spawns, or he does like the flower attack. See, like those right there, I start taking those to do more damage, because I can kill the boss faster that way. But for the people who like don't have like a good Gojo build or whatever, you kind of just gotta play around it. You gotta like play back a little bit. It's better to have a range character. maybe Genos could work, or Yujo could work since he has a lot of iframes, and just play in between the patterns. You see you see that big fat one, you dash, because most of the time it's hard to dodge it, because it would just spawn with the flowers like that. And then trying to get one where it's just the fat one and the summon, but he's not doing it anymore. Like I said, this boss, it's not really a guide to this boss either. It's just RNG. You really just have to play back and watch, because you can't predict what he's gonna do. So you kind of just gotta sit back and hope he does a certain attack and try to predict it, or try to just stay in a certain area where you'll be able to dodge both attacks. There's really no guide to doing that. And the best way to actually do it is just to out DPS him without even having to worry about like dodging, because it's like, cause the other boss fights are easy. You could just like predict where the attacks are gonna go, because the attack patterns stay the same. But with these bosses, there really is no attack pattern, so it's kind of hard to like stay consistent. So you pretty much just gotta hope for a certain thing, and if you don't get it, just try to adjust. We'll try to adapt. I don't know. I hope I gave a decent explanation of everything. I know it probably wasn't the best, because I suck at explaining things, but I try to explain it the way it goes through my head and my mindset the best that I could. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I probably will stream at some point soon, so if you have any questions, you can also wait until I stream, and then I can try to walk you through it on stream as well. And then whenever you like, if you ask me a certain question, I'll go do the exact thing in stream. Like, I'll walk you through your question, whatever question you have, something like that. Like, if there's a certain part in the fight, I'll get to that fight and then show you whatever. Like, just feel free to ask me whenever I go live. But if you enjoyed this guide, if it helped you at all, feel free to like and comment if you want. Say thanks, if whatever. And if you want to support me some more, feel free to drop a sub. I'm doing a Rico giveaway at 1,000 subs. You can go back to the previous video and follow the instructions and enter there. Discord link will be in the description if you want to join, talk to some cool people. But anyways, that's about it. I'll catch you next one. Peace.